This is Chiming In with Elise and David. I think that we need to start today by talking about how sick you are.
Well, I've been better.
I just want to say that you've been hacking for the last couple of days, and
Thank you.
if we can get through this today, this is going to be an amazing podcast.
Oh, I'm getting through it. It's how I roll. I'm holding my tea that I make.
What's in your tea?
It's not really tea, but it is organic ginger juice, turmeric juice,
Yeah?
and lemon, fresh squeezed lemon. I have some Manuka honey and some fresh raw garlic in it.
Sounds delicious.
Normally, I leave out the last two things, but today I'm trying to get to the other side of the yuck.
And you have that with hot water?
Not super hot water, yes, but yes, because too hot kind of messes everything up.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
So what'd you think of the Golden Globes last night?
Well, I couldn't stay awake all the way through, but I loved it, the parts that I saw. And
You told me earlier in the day, you're like, I want to watch the Golden Globes tonight. Do not let me forget.
I know. I feel like some years I forget, and then I see all this stuff the next day, and I'm so mad. I really loved the, I forgot what they call it, the pre-Golden Globe Award.
The red carpet?
No.
You're talking about
the
they give some awards before the actual show.
Yes, and I absolutely love, first of all, I love Sarah Jessica Parker, but I loved her speech a couple days or a day or so before.
Yeah, she got the Carol Burnett Award.
Yes, it was so, you have to look her speech up. It was so absolutely gorgeous. She gets such a bad rap sometimes over the years. I feel like people make such fun of her. I don't know why. I guess because she is different. I don't know. Looks different. She has the heart of gold and puts herself so into every word that she speaks. It just came from such a beautiful, deep part of her. And I don't know how you can't look at her and think she's stunning because of it.
I think it's really interesting what people decide to say when they're acknowledged and they get up there in front of millions and millions of people. And it's really telling when they thank the most important people in their lives and who those people are. And she seemed to have very long relationships with people.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, like 25, 30 years, 45
All
years
her
with all her core
agents
people.
and lawyers and blah, all of them just decades of
Yes.
connection.
Super, super interesting. Yeah. So we got to watch the Golden Globes last night. And what did you think of that?
I just kind of love watching all the artists come together in one room. It's exciting for me to know that at least some of the art forms in the world in our country are celebrated to that level, because not all of them seem to be all the time. So it's just beautiful. I don't know. It's just eye candy.
Yeah, I found it really amazing how much everybody was focused on the fact that had been making art and really just being very positive about the world and what's going on. They didn't really talk about the events outside the room, but pretty much just focused in on everybody's accomplishments.
I think it was Jean Smart. She said, I think it was her. She said, just, what you need to do. You already know, something like that. Like basically like just, there's nothing else to say.
Right.
And I don't even know, you could take that in lots of different ways. I'm not even sure exactly, but the way I take that obviously is that everyone knows, everyone has the same reaction to all this upheaval outside of that room. And, we have work to do. And in a room full of artists that are lighting the way in their own way, we have choices and you know the ability to do the right thing.
Mm. Yeah, it was a nice distraction from the world.
And I really was kind of, I had no idea until we were watching that they were doing a new category for the first time ever of best podcast.
You know, I was wondering why we weren't invited. Shouldn't we have been there?
Best podcast for 2 months of potting. Yeah. No, that was pretty cool to think that they're including podcasting in the world of Hollywood entertainment.
I think it's great.
It was really neat.
So Amy Poehler won for her podcast. Have you gotten to listen to her podcast at all?
I have listened to it before, but I haven't heard it in a long time, honestly.
I have. I've recently listened to the one with Maya Rudolph in it, and those two are just
always a good time.
So good. It's so interesting. I don't know how they come up with what they come up with. It's just like a comedy routine the entire time.
Goals.
But definitely something that that everybody should listen to, and I'm really glad she won.
Yeah, no, it was great, and so you never know.
That's right.
Also, the amount of authenticity I felt was pouring out from all the winners, I guess, when they got up to speak. The gratitude, everything just felt so extra last night. And to know that we know these people as actors, so they're always playing characters. And this is the, one time that they're all in the same room, and probably a ton of them know each other, but not everybody does. And some of them have, their hero sitting next to them. And it's so cool because there's so many multi-generations in there now. And there's a teenager that won for that adolescence show. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we need to watch that, I heard. And then, of course, there's, much older characters going on in there.
Right.
But it's so beautiful that we get that glimpse into their heart and their truth.
More than once I saw people acknowledging people within their movies and shows that are not often spoken about.
Yeah, they were really touched.
Oh my gosh. But they would just rat off a list of people that were just the third director and the person who serves the food at the food trucks. Like they were just really
taking
making
care
a
of
point,
everyone.
really to talk about all these unknown people. I thought that was really amazing.
It was really beautiful because we see this final polished product, and so much goes on behind the scenes. And therefore I like it. I think it is a good distraction from all the other things going on in the outside world.
Speaking of the world, feels like the world is very difficult to deal with right now. What are your thoughts about the world?
You mean it feels like a movie?
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of potential for doom scrolling, I think, at this moment. And I know you and I have made a decision, I guess over a year ago to turn off the news in our house, like on the television news. So that was, I thought, going to be a lot harder than it was. But we did it, and I thought it was going to be really hard for you, but I guess because you have enough other news on your phone all the time. Is that why you're always on the phone now?
No.
Oh my God, that is why.
No, I try not to watch too much stuff about what's going on.
No, you're on your phone a lot more than ever. Is that why?
No, just checking my emails, texts.
No, I just put it together.
So it's kind of like the opposite of the sticky note. The sticky note that you want to remind you of what you need to do or what your goals are. Having the TV on, exposing yourself to all
the TV on is a big fucking sticky note.
Yeah, about things you don't want to think about, right? So, yeah, we
tore that off.
I totally think that our lives are better off not having that.
Yeah, everything can feel so heavy when you start listing every single thing going on, which I actually just saw. Somebody posted it like I got like arthritis, like scrolling. The post was so long. Like I kept going. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. It listed every potential disastrous thing that has happened in the past, whatever, hours, days. And it never ended. You know what? I think we have mentioned this before, but we're not meant to know all of that all at once.
Right.
And that is an absolute, like, that is probably, you think like smoking and drinking is bad? Like, that is probably the most harmful thing a person could do for their health. That is horrific. And then, obviously, when you see all of this stuff, you're supposed to potentially have an opinion, take a side. Oh my gosh, where is the room for anything else? Yeah, I mean, when you were able to turn off the news, which I really truly was impressed and never thought was going to happen.
It feels so much better. It really does.
I mean, I do miss the morning Today Show, I will say.
You can watch clips.
Yeah, and I do. But that was more like fun stuff anyway, not news.
Do you think that you've been talking before about cleaning up your piles, right? Making sure the piles don't get too long, too big, and so that they don't pile up so much that you just are incapacitated. It's kind of like a big pile that you can't clean up, right? Because you have no effect on these things that are happening around you.
I was just going to say, you and me are personally in a situation where it's not our pile. It doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. And it doesn't mean I don't have absolute empathy, and my heart, it goes out in every way to every person who it is. What?
Who is being affected by what's going on.
Who is being affected directly. And there are so many. And in order for me to do what I can do in the situation, what can I do in the situation? The only thing I can do is hold space and light and love. That's it. There's literally nothing else for me to do. And what I am doing is so big and pure and authentic. These are the highest healing energies, right? So me keeping myself grounded and sane by not letting all of those things come at me, for me, is the only option. I think it's important for my health to stay relatively neutral on the things going on in the world. Every time I look at my phone and I start thinking one way, I meet a person in real life who thinks another. So, for example, what happened in Venezuela, the next day talked to my friend who's married to a Venezuelan, and they are over the moon thrilled. And then I open my phone and I start realizing, for the most part, it appears, at least the algorithm is showing me this, over the moon thrilled. And who am I? What do I know? And it doesn't matter who I voted for, honestly, and it doesn't matter what I think. It really doesn't matter what I think. So when I hear there is news, it is news. The end. Unless I'm going to do something about it, I'm going to hold the space for the news that comes to me and let it pass by. Just like, almost really like anything else. If I don't agree with the way someone is parenting or living or whatever, they're not my kids. It's not my situation. Nobody asked me. Why is it different? I don't know. And I feel like when a person attaches so much emotion to each of these hard to hear news events, what is that doing? it's tearing us all down.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to subscribe. We don't have to understand. We're never going to understand. We never have. This isn't new. I mean, the history is the same. If I look back and I when I was researching stuff for the memoir, sometimes I had to open up, what happened on this day in 1987, and it literally the headlines were, I swear to God, they were exactly the same as the headlines today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so what? Why does it seem like it's so surprising? Maybe because we have many outlets now to hear all the various things going on all at the same
Yeah,
time.
instantly with the social media and the
Right. So
smartphones
the
all over
second
the
something
world.
happens anywhere in the world, we're notified.
Right. It used to be weeks or at least days before you'd hear something from the other side of the world.
That can't be healthy, right? So it's okay. I find maybe a little permission is helpful at this moment, to give yourself permission to step back and not attach to these things. And that doesn't mean I don't have empathy, but I don't. How do you know if you're having empathy for the right person? How about this is what I do. I have empathy for everyone. I open myself up. I'm neutral. I'm like Switzerland, right? Are they still neutral?
I think that they're not anymore.
Nobody knows. And so I open myself up to being a neutral party. I don't need to understand everything. I What I do need to do is send healing, loving strength to our leaders, to other countries' leaders, to remember that at the end of the day, we are all human living under the same fucking sky. And we are all responsible for each other. And I am at my highest self when I can look across the table at you, when I can look across the table at someone I don't agree with and see myself in your eyes. We are the same fucking people. Okay? So there's good, there's bad, there's thoughts. But at the end of the day, what am I saying anyway? I'm like on this whole diatribe. It's
No,
not
good. It's good.
it's
Keep going.
not it's it's enough already, right? So stay in my lane. What's my lane? I like to raise myself up and raise the people around me up. That's my job. Someone else's job is something else. Okay? So in order for me to do my job at my highest self, at my highest ability, I have to unsubscribe. I have to stay in my lane. I have to not absorb. And it's a practice. And yes, it means I cannot really sit around and have a dinner out with friends and socialize on the topics very easily, because I don't feel the same way. But listen, I mean, that's the breaks.
So you mentioned Venezuela a minute ago, and I totally get the reference of acknowledging that people in Venezuela are thrilled, or a lot of people that we know are thrilled that this guy is out of power, because he sounds like he was a terrible
You're giving me
leader.
way more credit than I don't know all the complications behind it. I'm just saying that there's differences of opinion
Right.
about the exact same thing.
No, I get it, but I think that the problem with what's been going on in Venezuela has been the way we've been going about doing it. The fact that
No. You're going down again into a place that isn't exactly what I was speaking to. I'm just saying that there's always two sides of the story, just like any story anywhere ever. Nobody is ever all going to be happy with any one thing.
No, I get it, but I think that the detractors of what's been going on have a valid point, which is that the United States has always stood in the past for the rule of law and making sure that bigger countries don't go after smaller countries just because they can. And it seems that that's what's happened in this case. The United States basically took a foreign leader out of power, just basically took him in the middle of the night. And that is something that we don't want to happen in other parts of the world.
I got you. And so my key word for you, for my brain, is when you said it seems. because it seems, and I don't know. So for me, I don't really know. There's no chance it's as simple as it sounds. The way
Right.
you just simplified the whole the whole thing, it's not that simple. It never has been. It's never going to be. The complications are so deep. I can't my it hurts my brain to think
Mm-hmm.
about it. So again, why would I then attach an emotion to how I feel about it? I'm not saying it couldn't have looked different, but also I don't know if it could have looked different. I
Mm-hmm.
actually don't know. I mean, if you let it, watching the news and the disasters is like a full-time job. Don't we have full-time jobs already? Like this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong anything on how to absorb or not. It's just a conversation.
And I also think that we do have a responsibility to speak up and say something when we do see something that's wrong.
Oh, I 100% subscribe to that. Am I sounding like I'm not?
No, no. I just want to make that clear. And years ago, we went to the March on Washington when there was a gun rally against guns, and I felt like that was us exercising our power in going and making a statement. And those are the type of things that we do need to do when we see things that are unjust and wrong with what's going on in the world.
And that is our opinion. That was our perspective on that topic.
Mm-hmm.
And there are clearly millions of people who beg to differ. Right?
Yep.
So did our march do something to change anything? I went to march that day for my children so that they could be a part of this country's process. And it is very concerning that those moments seem to be the, the 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 freedom of that seems potentially to be jeopardized right now.
Absolutely. Look what's happened in Minnesota.
It is all concerning. Don't mistake me for saying that there's not when it's the right time, I will be standing there for me. But all day, every day might not be my personal way to get there. If I'm going to be my strongest leader at the moment when I need to lead, I have to kind of prepare myself in my own way. Does that resonate?
Yeah, makes sense.
So yours might look different. Someone else's is different. I just saw, and like you said, felt differently watching it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we were being consumed. Instead of us consuming it, it was consuming us. Speaking of consumption, sorry for the segue, but I literally just chewed up a piece of raw garlic and I might die. Sorry.
I think you need to stay away from me for a lot of reasons.
God, you're not kidding. So many reasons.
I put a barrier of pillows between you and I when we're sleeping at night.
It's working.
I'm hoping that
Those are my
keeps
barriers.
the coughs away.
That's my normal barrier.
Yeah, but this is what I'm putting up. I'm putting walls up between us.
Do other people have this?
I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody about this, but I'm thinking about moving into another room.
We have a lot of pillows between us.
Yes, lots of pillows. Very big bed.
It's like a little mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the morning, you like climb the mountain, you wave to me.
I do.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
So anyway, everybody stay healthy and washy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
Washy-washy, healthy.
That's right.
That's what those guys said on a cruise like 10 years ago.
Oh my
We were
gosh.
dying laughing. The kids
So
thought that was hilarious.
Funny.
Washy, washy, healthy, healthy.
That's right. And
It
he
was
would sing a little song too.
It was cute. We so appreciate everyone listening. You guys have been amazing. The comments and messages and emails and oh my God, we're so grateful.
Thank you.
It's truly we've, like I said, talked about doing this for so many years. Nobody can ever know how many years. It's kind of pathetic, but to be able to do this and for you guys to keep coming back and keep messaging us that it feels like you're sitting here with us and you are. I mean, really, because we really are trying to be as authentic to the way we normally talk at home, just the two of us, when we have these microphones in front of us. So we could not be more grateful that it resonates. It seems to be resonating with you. And we appreciate your feedback and your subscriptions and followings and all the things and sharing of these episodes. All of it is so wonderful. And maybe someday we'll be at the Golden Globes.
That's right. Right next to Amy.
Oh my God. I better start working out more.
Oh, you're fine.